Hey guys, I'm heading out to the range today to work on some videos for you, and realized that there was a video that I wanted to cover while at the range, but I realized I can actually start covering it here in the video in the vehicle. A year ago, March, I went out to train with combatives for vehicle elements theory. When you do as much training as I have, you find yourself kind of pushing people up and down on a slider of their ability to train. And for years I tried to get out to train with Magpul Dynamics when Chris Costa was there. Didn't get a chance. He and I actually talked a couple of times when he was at Magpul Dynamics, and then I wanted to come out. I was a full-time cop, didn't have control over my schedule, and then I left law enforcement and went into private, basically being an independent contractor kind of a thing, you know, doing sales for different companies. And so anyways, it always seemed that I was missing it, and I finally got out to combatives, did vehicle elements theory, and was like, man, I should have trained with this guy years ago. Chris Costa knows how to train. Chris Costa has relevant data to give you, and he knows how to present the subject matter properly. And one of the things that he covered in vehicle elements theory was the very simple aspect of how to set up your vehicle for success should you find yourself in a gunfight. In fact, let me stop here just a minute and show you what I'm talking about, because it's far more effective to show you what I'm referring to rather than trying to do it while I'm driving. All right, so let's say that I have been stopped for whatever. There's a barrier in the road and I've got to stop. The second that I put my vehicle in park, I want the doors to pop open. The idea is when you put your vehicle in drive, your doors should lock. When you put your vehicle in park, your doors should unlock. To some of you, this is, you know, normal because your vehicle is already programmed in this manner. Like my wife's van, for example, is programmed from the factory for that feature, and the only way to get it unprogrammed, or reprogrammed rather, is to go back to the dealership because she's got a Sienna base. Which, by the way, if you want a really quick van, if you want a really, really powerful, quick van, Toyota Sienna base, not the LE or XLE or Limited or whatever, the base, they're really, really light and they're very quick on their feet. The one that I drive is an LE. I sold my Tundra because my son physically could not fit into the Tundra. He's about that much taller than I am, and I'm 6'3" and change, almost 6'4". He's tall, and he could not physically fit in the Tundra, so I sold it, got a Sienna. Love my Sienna. I reprogrammed the door locks to pop open whenever I put it in park, because when you find yourself, like for example, in this demo right here, when you find yourself in a position where, say, you know, you suddenly find yourself staring at someone in the roadway. Remember, guys, people have difficulty in understanding that this kind of thing actually happens in the world, but yes, this kind of thing actually happens in the world. People try to grab other people in vehicles by pulling a vehicle in front of them to stop them, and then gunmen come after you. Thank God it doesn't happen in America as a regular thing, but it could, should things get ugly. So anyways, should you have to suddenly reverse your direction and possibly spin that vehicle around in a J-turn, which, yeah, I can do it in a Sienna. To say this, people need to understand that if you're ever attacked in a vehicle, a carjacking, for example, your response to that carjacking should not be to try to get to your guns. It should be to step on the throttle, climb the curb, and if you can just get 20 feet from where you were being attacked, you have frustrated the attack, and you've basically forced the attacker to rethink their OODA loop, and they're going to have to start all over again. So many times your best defense is just to get on the throttle and move. So anyways, if for some reason you then have to bail out of the vehicle and you've got to go to this side to get a child out, a loved one, an injured person, and your doors are locked, because the only door, like for example, I can open this door while driving because the door handles override, but this is the only door that'll be open unless I've programmed my vehicle to unlock itself when I come to a standstill, which is why I've done this. If all the other doors are locked when I bail out of this vehicle and I run around to get to a rifle, a loved one, whatever, a medical kit to help myself, then I have one of two choices. I have to come back around into the source of fire, or I have to shoot out this window. And the last thing you want to do is to shoot out a window to get to something or someone, when all I really should have done in the first place was to make sure that my doors were programmed to unlock when I put the vehicle in park. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys. I'm getting ready to hit the range, and I'm going to be on a gravel road, and you're not going to be able to hear anything. So consider it, guys. Consider making those minor changes for yourself. I understand that if you have a vehicle that requires you to go to the dealership, I can tell you right now, at a Toyota dealership, if you have to reprogram a Toyota, it's about 55 bucks to get it redone. 55 bucks, I know that's pretty stiff for them to have to go beep boop and change something, but it's your life. So consider that. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.
Clear left!
This is a very breezy car.
Yeah. Contact! Move it!